Hey everybody, welcome to Blue Lotus Awakenings channel. I am out and about today, but I wanted to hop on here because I wanted to give you some breaking news on Jehovah's Witnesses. Yes, Jehovah's Witnesses are just coming out with all the changes in 2023, 2024. And one of their next big changes is what? Boom! Sisters, you can wear pants to the Kingdom Hall. No one is going to be looking at you sideways if you come in the Kingdom Hall in a pair of pants and a top. Can you believe that? Sisters, you can now wear pants to the Kingdom Hall and out in field service. Brothers, you don't have to come to the hall in a three-piece suit anymore. You don't have to be worried about wearing a shirt and a tie or a suit jacket and a tie. Now you can come with a nice pair of slacks on and a nice button-down shirt, or however else you may feel like coming to the Kingdom Hall. You can do it. This was the new information that was brought out on JW Broadcasting, and Brother Sanderson gave that part, where he also read a letter from the governing body saying that sisters can now wear pants and brothers can wear a shirt, and they don't have to worry about wearing a suit or a tie or a jacket. What's up with that? Oh, but here's the biggie. The big one is that you can speak to your disfellowship loved ones. It's a conscious matter. So now it's up to you of whether or not you speak to disfellowship people. But no. We're not going to completely ignore them. It's what Brother Sanderson's words were. So what are your thoughts about this? Sisters can now wear pants at Kingdom Hall. Brothers don't have to wear a three-piece suit anymore. They can just wear a shirt, a nice, cute button-down shirt and some slacks. And you can speak to disfellowship people when they walk into the Kingdom Hall, and you don't have to treat them like they don't exist. Another key thing that came out in, I think it's Governing Body Update number 2, is that parents of minor children who are baptized and they may have committed a disfellowshipping offense. Well, now when they go before the judicial committee, they have to be accompanied by a parent or guardian. And if the minor child continues on their course, that child will not be disfellowshipped. The minor child. Isn't that something? So what do you think the reasons are that Jehovah's Witnesses are now making all these big changes? You remember back during the in 2023, the annual meeting, all of that so-called new light came out about Jehovah is going to bring back the people who died in Sodom and Gomorrah, the babies that were just slaughtered in Sodom and Gomorrah, all the babies who were drowned during the flood. They're coming back. All the people that Jehovah's Witnesses said didn't have a chance, did not stand a chance of being resurrected, well, now they're going to be all resurrected. They're going to get a second chance. Because what did the brother say? We just don't know. We don't know who's going to be resurrected. We just don't know. Or how about the other big one? When the Great Tribulation starts or begins, all the way up until Armageddon, all the people that decided that they did not want to be Jehovah's Witnesses then, guess what? They can become Jehovah's Witnesses at the end. Yes. Remember, Jehovah's Witnesses used to say that when the Great Tribulation began and Armageddon is looming, quickly looming behind it, Jehovah's Witnesses, the preaching work was going to stop, right? We weren't going to be allowed to tell people what's going on, to show them how they can get a chance to enter into the spiritual ark, the spiritual tent, and get saved. Oh, that's changed. All this new light. all the new light, all the clarifications. What do you think is behind all of this? Well, I have my theory. My number one theory is the fact that Jehovah's Witnesses, the business entity side, I believe that they're losing members, and because they're losing members, they're losing monies. And with the many lawsuits that are being filed against Jehovah's Witnesses because of the SA situation, and then because their different countries are stripping Jehovah's Witnesses of their religious registration and licensing, Jehovah's Witnesses are losing money. They're losing tax subsidies. They're losing all those free millions of goodies that nonprofit organizations get. They're losing all of that. So now they have to figure out, how can we stop the bleeding? How can we plug that hole? Well, first of all, we got to get our numbers up. We have to get the membership up. And how do we do that? We start appealing to the people that left, and to just the ordinary person out in the field ministry. And how do we do that? We allow them to be who they are. We meet them where they are at. So they may not be able to afford a skirt. They have a pair of pants that's good enough for us. Sisters, you can wear pants now. How do you feel about that? Brothers, you could just come to the hall with a shirt and tie, or no tie at all. And when disfellowship people, you run up against them, you can say, "What's up, Joe? What you been up to?" You can say that now. You don't have to treat them like they don't exist. You don't have to when you're looking at them, look through them. You can say hello and treat them like a human being. So these changes are really, really something. They're very interesting. But my thought has always been that you have to do what you think is best in your heart. You have to do whatever it is that moves you. And my number one and number two gripes with Jehovah's Witnesses as an organization is the fact that they tell you that everything that they say, everything that they do comes from God. God told them to do this. God told them that this is how you're supposed to present yourself. This is the decorum. This is how you're supposed to treat people who are disfellowshipped and who are kicked out of the congregation. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is what God told us to tell you. But in actuality, God did not tell you to do that. God did not tell the Watchtower Bible Tract and Society to do those things. Jehovah's Witnesses told themselves to do that. As they like to say, we are not inspired, nor are we infallible. But if you know that you're not inspired and you know you're not infallible, then why won't you apologize when you screw up? If you're just imperfect human beings like everybody else, then why don't you apologize for your actions? Why don't you ask for forgiveness? Those are the two things that I have against Jehovah's Witnesses. Masquerading and parading around as if Jehovah told you to do this when you know Jehovah did not tell you to do that. You're using Jehovah as a tool to control people. And that is not cool. You're using Jehovah. You're using God, the creator of the universe, to manipulate people, to control people's minds, to control the way they think. And then you say, "Oh, with Jehovah's Witnesses, we don't break up families." Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And now that you have once again changed your viewpoint on disfellowshipping, it just goes to show you that, in essence, people need to begin to think for themselves. Do your own research. Think for yourselves. Don't let someone come around and tell you that you have to stop speaking to your son, your daughter, your nephew, your niece, your grandparents, your mother, your father. No one should be able to tell you to do that just because they have a difference of opinion or just because they didn't live up to the membership requirements of an organization. And then when Jehovah's Witnesses do that, with this disfellowshipping thing, what they do is they tear down families. You tear families apart, you break them apart for absolutely no reason. No reason. Okay, if mommy is not one of Jehovah's Witnesses anymore, all right, is she a bad person? No. She's still mommy. She still gave you life. Johnny is your son. Johnny decided to write a letter saying he doesn't want to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses anymore. Oh, well, now we have to act like Johnny doesn't exist. We have to act like, oh, hey, I didn't give birth to Johnny. I had 5 children, but now I only have 4. Now the Johnny is disfellowship. What's up with that? It's not right. It's not right at all. But once again, Jehovah's Witnesses use Jehovah as a way to control people. If you don't do what Jehovah's Witnesses say, if you don't do what we say, you're not going to get life everlasting. Jehovah's not going to grant you that. If you don't listen to what we say, then you're not following the God-given channel where we get all this great inspiration and information from. You're not following our lead. You're not following the lead of Jehovah, or you're not following the lead of Jesus Christ. But wait a minute, we're not inspired. We're not inspired by God. Let me get that straight. We're not inspired. But listen, you better listen to us, because we get all our information from God. Because Jehovah wants you to listen to us. No, what you need to be doing is listen to your intuition and doing some critical thinking. So we see you. We see you, Watchtower Bible Tract in Society. We see you, Jehovah's Witnesses. We see what you up to. We see what y'all trying to do. We see it. We see it. But the thing is, will the rank and file Jehovah's Witnesses see it for what it truly is? Will Jehovah's Witnesses see the rank and file? Will they see or pull back the layers behind all these clarifications, new light and changes? Will they see that this is just a simple case of a big bag money bag, a big bank money bag grab? Will they see it as that? Will they see it as Jehovah's Witnesses, the organization, is struggling, drowning in debt, drowning in lawsuits, and they're trying to do something to stop the bleeding? Will the rank and file Jehovah's Witnesses wake up and see these new lights and clarifications for what it is? Thank you so much for following me here on Blue Lotus Awakenings. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time here on Blue Lotus Awakening.